Alexander, I think we should unpick this straight away. Now, you play Murderbot, a security robot designed to help humans who's hacked into his own software but now does his own thing, doesn't follow orders. Is there anything
That's
more
a
you
great
can
elevator pitch, that's it. That's the show.
Tell us more. Nothing?
Oh, no, that's it. You really condensed it. No, it's very socially awkward, and it prefers to watch a space soap opera called The Rise and Fall of Sanctuary Moon. So there's a show within the show, very heightened, elevated soap opera that it is a huge fan of, and it would rather do that than go out on adventures. So it's kind of procrastinating. So absolutely nothing happens on the show. You're going to love it, guys.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, the title can be quite misleading a little bit, Murderbot.
Yeah.
It's not quite...
And I was very definitely surprised when I started reading it. When I heard it, it's based on a book series called The Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells, and I wasn't familiar with them when I got the script. And when I heard sci-fi adventure Murderbot, I definitely expected something more like Terminator or RoboCop, like some really, testosterone, adrenaline-filled character. And instead, you meet this socially awkward, very passive character. And it was just really delightful and sweet and funny. And I was kind of itching to do something a bit. I'd done a couple of movies prior to that. That was like The Northman and Infinity Pool, had darker. Yeah. Incredible experiences, but definitely darker subject matter. So I think I was ready to do something a bit more, slightly more comedic and lighter in tone.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, the costume was styled on Stormtrooper costume from Star Wars. Did that help with the robotic moves and sort of the style of the show?
Well, it wasn't really inspired by that, but it was inspired by... So Murderbot is the lowest rent security unit, like the cheapest version. So I guess the equivalent of a stormtrooper. They're henchmen that just like gets blown to pieces right and left. So, and that was very important. We wanted Murderbot to be. There are definitely in our universe there are lots of quite really cool security units, but Murderbot is not one of them. It's again the cheapest, oldest version, like outdated version. So we wanted it to have like. The whole suit, the look of it, the helmet, we want everything to have like scratches and buckles and just like
Not so polished.
No.
Yeah, exactly. The main thing of this as well is that a unique robotic voice has to come out in a show like this. I mean, what was your preparation going into the work behind the voice?
Because there's a lot of the narrative is told through Murderbot's inner monologue, and we wanted a clear contrast between the way Murderbot speaks to the humans of the group. And again, its motivation when it's talking to the humans, it's just, I want to end this conversation and get out of here. It can't stand eye contact or it just, and this is a very different group of humans, and they, to what Murderbot is used to working for. These guys are space hippies. They invite Murderbot and they're very tactile. They want to hug. It freaks Murderbot out. So I wanted Murderbot's voice to be very kind of staccato and again very sparse, and it only says what it absolutely has to say.
Can you do it now? Do it now.
It's really boring. It's just like it's just very
knew
still
Joanna was
and
gonna
very
ask
kind
that.
of like plain, and it's like I'm gonna go check the perimeter. I looked at you. I'd never do that. So it's like
no.
I'm gonna go check the perimeter. So it's like very flat.
Yeah.
Because that would set it in contrast to the inner monologue that is way more expressive and bubbly and yeah. So I want to try to make it as boring as possible, basically.
You're selling it.
It's boring and nothing
boring,
happens.
don't watch it. Okay.
You're gonna love it, guys.
Now, let's bring in your dad, your father, Stellan. He's starred in some huge sci-fi films and series like Andor and Dune. Would you ever work together?
Yes. We did in a movie called Melancholia 10, 12 years ago. But briefly, we only had like 2 scenes
Yeah, it was
together.
only a small thing. We're talking like a big...
Oh, no, it'd be incredible to have to find something substantial together, for sure.
Yeah. Well, Joanna, you and Alexander, you guys have never worked together, per se, but you've been in direct competition the summer of 2016. We know it well, the blockbuster battle between Tarzan and the Ab Fab movie. Now, no idea who came out on top, but it did generate one of the best headlines we've ever seen in the UK press. Check this out, right? It was Ab Fab versus Fab Abs.
It's brilliant.
Pretty good.
Very, very British. I love that.
So neat.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Now, Murderbot is on Apple TV Plus now with new episodes available every Friday.